You know the feeling, right? You're staring at your screen, there's some cryptic error message, you've got about 50 browser tabs open, and you're just stuck in this loop. You watch a tutorial, you feel like you get it, but then you try to build something and nothing. And that little voice starts to creep in, wondering, am I just not smart enough for this?
Well, I have been there, and I'm telling you, that feeling is a complete lie. You're not incapable. You're just falling into the same classic traps that, honestly, every single one of us fell into when we started. So let's fix that.
All right, so we're going to break this down into 3 phases, and we have to start at the beginning with your foundation. Let's talk about the big mistakes that can trip you up before you even really get going.
Okay, first up, mistake number 1, trying to learn everything all at once. It's so easy to do. You hear about JavaScript, then your friend mentions Python, then you see a video about how Rust is the future, and you feel like you have to know it all. It's like trying to learn piano, guitar, and the drums at the exact same time. You're just going to make a lot of noise, not music.
So here's the deal. Go deep, not wide. Just pick one language, JavaScript, Python, whatever, and really stick with it. Because mastering one language doesn't just teach you that language, it teaches you how to think like a programmer. And that skill, that's the one you can take with you everywhere.
And that brings us right to mistake number 2, skipping the fundamentals. I get it. Once you pick a language, you want to jump right to the cool stuff, right? Building websites, making apps, you want to see results. But this is a massive trap.
And this slide, it pretty much sums it all up. Skipping the basics is like trying to hang pictures and pick out furniture before you've even built the walls of your house. It might look kind of fun for a second, but the moment something breaks, the whole thing just collapses. And you won't know why because you don't understand the structure holding it all together. So please, learn your variables, your loops, your functions first. Build the walls, then you can decorate.
Okay, so you've laid your foundation, awesome. Now let's talk about phase 2, navigating the struggle. Because trust me, the struggle is coming. These next few mistakes are all about building the right habits for when you inevitably hit a wall.
And that brings us to mistake number 3, which is thinking there's some kind of award for this, for staying stuck for hours and hours, totally convinced you have to figure it all out on your own. I used to do this all the time because I thought asking for help was a sign of weakness. It's not. It's what professionals do.
My rule of thumb is this. If you've been stuck on something for more than, say, 30 minutes, it's time to ask for help. And help can be a lot of things. It can be Google or asking an AI, or you can try this classic trick, rubber duck debugging. Seriously, just explaining your problem out loud, line by line, even to a little toy duck on your desk, forces your brain to see the problem differently. You'll be amazed how often you find the solution yourself just by talking it through.
Oh boy. Mistake number 4, the siren song of Stack Overflow. We have all been there. You find a little snippet of code, it works. You copy it, paste it in, and phew, you move on. But here's the thing about this shortcut. It's really a crutch. It's like getting the answers to a math test without ever learning the formulas. Sure, you passed the test, but what did you actually learn? Nothing.
Let's talk about mistake number 5. And this is one that beginners often ignore because it sounds too advanced. It's ignoring version control, like Git. A lot of people think, oh, it's just a small personal project, I don't need all that. That is a seriously dangerous way to think.
Come on, does this look familiar to you? We've all got a folder like this somewhere. Version control isn't just for big teams working at Google, it is your personal time machine. It's your safety net. It lets you experiment and break things without being afraid, and it saves you from that heart-stopping moment when you realize you accidentally deleted the one version of your project that actually worked. Learn the basics of Git. Trust me, future you will thank you.
Okay, we're at the final phase. And this is all about the mind game. These last few mistakes aren't about code, they're about psychology. They're the mental traps that can completely sabotage your confidence and lead straight to burnout. And that brings us to mistake number 6. Welcome to tutorial hell. You know this place, it's where you feel really productive because you're watching hours and hours of videos, but the second you open a blank code file to start from scratch, you freeze. You have no idea what to do. Remember, tutorials are the starting line, not the finish line. The real learning, the deep learning, happens when you close the video and start building something that's messy and broken and completely your own. All right, mistake number 7. When you're starting out, your only goal is make it work.
And that's fine, but pretty quickly you need to shift your focus. Just writing messy, tangled-up code is like leaving a booby trap for yourself, because 6 weeks from now, you're going to have to come back to that code to fix a bug, and you'll have absolutely no idea what a variable named x_final_2 was supposed to be doing. Writing clean, readable code isn't for other people. It's an act of kindness to your future self.
Okay, this might be the most destructive mistake of them all. Number 8, the comparison game. You go on social media and you see someone who landed a FAANG job in 3 months, and you immediately feel like you're behind. Stop. Just stop. Everybody's path is different. The only person you should be competing against is who you were yesterday. Did you learn one new thing today? Even a tiny thing. Then you won. That's it. That's the only comparison that matters.
And that leads to mistake number 9, ignoring the documentation. I know. Docs seem boring. They seem dry. They feel like homework. But here's the secret that all experienced developers know. The documentation is gold. It's the official, up-to-date source of truth, written by the people who actually built the tool. Learning to read the docs is a superpower. It's the difference between always having to ask someone for directions versus just knowing how to read the map yourself.
And here we are, the final and I think the most profound mistake of them all. Number 10. It's all about that feeling. That moment you hit a wall. The code isn't working, nothing you try is fixing it, and that little voice in your head starts whispering, maybe you're just not cut out for this.
Because how you interpret that feeling of being completely and utterly stuck, that's what will define your entire journey as a developer.
So let me ask you, point blank, when you hit that wall, when you feel totally lost, frustrated, and you want to quit, does it mean you're failing? Does it mean you're not smart enough?
No, absolutely not. That feeling of being stuck, of banging your head against a problem that feels impossible, that is the job. That struggle isn't a sign that you're failing. It's the sign that you are growing. It is the mark of a real developer.
So let's run through it one last time. Go deep on one language. Build your foundation before you build the flashy stuff. Ask for help. Don't struggle in silence. Understand code before you copy it. Use Git. Please, get out of tutorial hell and actually build things. Write clean code for your future self. And remember, your journey is your own.
Look, these aren't just mistakes. They are rites of passage. Every single one of us has made them. But now you know what they look like. You know how to see them coming. And more importantly, you know how to push right through them. So now the only question left is, what are you going to build next?